So minus 780, so you need 780 plus 680, is that right?
There would always be this resistance anyway, but the key is 680. You're always only adding 680 with the key.
It's 358, that was 680.
See, I've just fucked about with that for so long. I get stage fright doing it in front of people. So? Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's vlog's going to be something a little different. I'm on the way over to a friend's house at the moment to look at an American car. So if you've watched any of the videos on the channel previously, you'll know that the kind of car I usually specialise in messing about with is Japanese. I like my Mazdas, Mitsubishis, Hondas, Suzukis, all that kind of stuff. I just know how they work, they're simple. But another kind of niche interest of mine is one very specific American car, which is a Pontiac Firebird, the third generation. It was the car used in Knight Rider from the 80s. If you came from my old channel actually, which was called JB and Machine, I actually used to own one of these cars. So a friend of mine just picked one up and he's got a problem with it that I actually have experienced myself. It won't start. You can get the starter, you can hear the fuel pump prime, turn the key, you hear the fuel pump prime, starter turns, but it doesn't start. And what that is usually is the car's vehicle anti-theft system. It's actually called that, it's called VATS. It's a General Motors product that they brought in the late 80s to all their cars, their Camaros and Firebirds and Trans Ams. So we're going to take a look at it today, and with a bit of luck we can get it started. The car's got a bit of a story, but I'll fill you in on that when we get there. So for now, let's enjoy the journey. Well, this is the car. It's a what, 1989? Yeah. 2.8 litre V6. It's in a sorry state. There's the power plant, the beast. So you can see from the dust here, it's sat a long time. Belts are clean because Alistair here's been turning it over. So this car has got a story. Last we know, around 2019, the car ran and drove. It drove into a body shop to get painted. The previous owner was going to paint the whole thing black. He was building the Knight Rider car, although curiously the car was already black, but whichever painter he sent it to decided to do this to it. It had some ground effects on the bottom that needed removed, and that was basically it. Put on the kit front nose and it would have been done. But the previous owner, we know a bit about him. He, from what we've heard, he had the car in 2 body shops over the space of 3 or 4 years, and it never ever got painted. There was lots of arguments online and videos of the guy out shouting and swearing at the painters, and basically what we know is it drove in and now it doesn't start, and the previous owner is unfortunately no longer with us, so that's where my friend Alistair here managed to pick this up from Ireland and bring it back over to Scotland here. So story goes, it drove in to the body shop and wouldn't start again. So what Alistair's told me so far is when he turns the key, the security light stays on, so that means that the anti-theft system isn't happy. So how this anti-theft system works is there's a pellet in the key, and the ignition barrel here measures the resistance through the key. If it gets the right value, it turns off the VATS light and pulses the injectors and also enables the starter relay. If it doesn't get that right resistance, then it doesn't start. I think it would just do nothing normally, but this one's got the starter enable relay bypassed. As you see down here in the driver's footwell, there would be a relay here plugged into this, and you jump it just by joining the 2 big wires, which someone's done on the loom side here already. So when we turn this key, the car, the starter motor works, turns, but it doesn't get any fuel. So we're going to try and try a wee technique to bypass this just now, and fingers crossed it works. You got a key there? In fact, no, we'll bring it over, but I won't put it in it yet. I'll find the wire first. But the other thing with VATS is if you try and start it with the wrong key, and it's the wrong key, it locks it out for like 3 minutes. So even if you put the right key in straight after, so that might have actually happened with your other key if you'd done one and then done the other.
No, I want to use
a lot separate.
Key.
Yeah.
I want to use the spare key.
Right, so I think this is a little different than how mine was. I think it's all up on top on this. Compared to the 91, it was all lower, all the wiring. I think yours is up top.
Is that another vent pool? Aye, it is as well, left vent and right vent. What the fuck is a left vent and a right vent pool doing?
Oh, I can see it. I can see it actuating.
Aye, it works.
It's right down here. There's the left there. If I can see the flap, that's what I'm saying.
Well, see the one in front of the brake pedal? That's the right vent, I think.
Oh, it's the other side. I can hear it.
Oh, aye, there you go. You can see it moving in the actuator. I've never seen that before.
Right, so it's not in there. Yeah, mine came down and was just lying here, my switch. I'm fairly sure it's this one up the top though. I'll just need to try and see which end goes where.
Probably take the plus out back here.
Well, what, was it up there? Can I see it? Oh yeah. Oh, this might be easier then. So just need to see which side goes to the loom and which side goes up to the key. Let's just unplug it actually, there we go, quick release. Just put it in here.
That's one good thing about having the car in strip, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this would be lovely if this is how easily accessible this is.
I could try doing a normal car completes an absolute.
Oh yeah, if this did end up being.
I mean, you've got to basically strip the whole dashboard to try and get where. I suppose that's the point though, isn't it?
I think that ends.
That isn't plugged in either. Fuck, which for that is. It's probably one of the switches off the column. You know, like the hatch defrost or something.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I think this end here, is going to the. Oh, this comes back up to the column, so looks like this side is going into a box and stuff back here, or the loom. I'm pretty sure that's the one. I think it's like the only 2-wire thing in here. Right, that definitely goes into the wiring loom, so I'm going to assume that's what we need. And this seems to turn back here and come up the column. Probably comes up under this cover here. I'm 80% that that's the one. But we're not going to mess it up anyway. There's no... Alistair, see what we're doing? See that? See when we get the resistance? We're putting it between those two pins, basically. That's it. Or maybe I did actually cut it last time. I think I did cut it actually and then put it on, because I didn't have any way of getting it on the terminals. But we could probably just... we could try it at least by just temporarily just putting it on, like holding it on. Yeah. So we need to get your key now and measure the resistance. What we need to do is measure the resistance of this little pellet here on a multimeter, on resistance setting, whatever you call that. Then we'll take that measurement and compare it to this chart here, which is for 3rd gen Firebirds. So put that across the 2 pins if we can. One's got pretty worn, and we get 0.682. So 0.682 ties in roughly to key number 3 here at 681. It's a minimum resistance of 650 and a maximum of 628 for that key number. It's designed to be at 681, so that means this key is probably fine. It's reading the right resistance, but it looks really worn. It's probably why it's not making contact in the barrel. So we need to make up our own resistor to the value of 680 roughly, and then place it on this wire here. So this is what leads up to the cylinder. This end, you can see wherever this wire is on your car. I think on 91 cars it's on the lower side of the column, but find the side that goes back to the wiring loom, and that's the side you want to disconnect, and this is the side that you will loop with the resistor, because you want this wire to get the correct resistance and feed it back to the VATS module, and that'll enable it to start. I got this at a Maplin or something. Or what was the computer company? Is that like, yeah, before it shut? I got this down in England. Well, it was in England obviously when I was doing mine.
They used to do all the Velman stuff.
So here we've got a pack of resistors. Got this from Maplin in the UK before it closed down about 6 years ago. Kept it just for this, just in case I had another 3rd gen with VATS problems, and look what's happened. Who could have thought it? So yeah, got this here. By the way, I'm basically pretty grateful to be doing this, because I've been telling people online for ages now how easy this is to do, and it's really hard to explain on a forum, and then, you know, everyone's at different skill levels, and people think, you know, I can't, that's electronics, I can't be doing with that, but it's really easy. So what we're doing here is the kit that I've got down the bottom here, it tells you all the values that came in it, and one of them 680, and we needed 681 roughly, so if we can find one here that says 680 on it, then we should be in business. Well, here we are, found a 680 resistor, so that should take us within tolerance of key number 3, which this was. So just as a test, I'm going to try and oh, I've lost the plug. There's that. I'm just going to try and place this in the plug here and contact the 2 pins before we do anything permanent. Right, now I need to plug the dash back in. Right, Alistair, we're having a look. I don't even know if I've got it. I don't even know if the resistor's making contact, so we'll see here, I guess.
Put the battery on first, eh?
Oh. Technical error. Technical problems. Yeah, I've just got it kind of sitting in the plug. I'm hoping it's making contact.
How long does it take for it to go out?
Nah, it should be out by now, so I mustn't have it in well enough. Here we go, second attempt at pinning the plug. So the horn worked. The relay works.
Yeah, did it work yesterday, man?
You can hear the relay. You're hitting the relay. Right.
I took it yesterday.
Dude.
Right.
I think we're thinking about this too much. The 680 should have just worked. Maybe I think maybe it didn't contact. There would always be this resistance anyway.
Right.
But the key is 680. You're always only adding 680 with the key, so.
True. Alright, I've tried to compensate for something that's not there, innit?
Yeah, I think so. No, let's just get 680 again and then let's just see if it's.
It's just you always
So-
trying to overcompensate.
Right, so let's get we know what it is open, it's 7 something, isn't it? So it should be 680 different, shouldn't it? You pinned it the first time, didn't you? Oh no, did I? Oh no, I put it on. No, yeah, I had it just sitting inside. We never tried it again after that, did we? See, we've just fucked him out with that for so long. Get this up again and see what it thinks. Right, let's see what it says. It's out.
No fucking way.
The fuel pump is silent though. No, it's dead.
What, a fuel pump?
No, I think you're out of power.
Start.
I think you might have no fuel.
What, smell?
Smell what?
Fuel. But I didn't hear the pump. I'm not hearing the pump.
Well, the security light is out, troops. So that's that out of the way. That was a problem because the key, so it definitely did have a problem with the key, but from what we're hearing there's nothing happening with the fuel pump, so time to look into that. Okay, recap. We definitely had a problem with the key reader because the security light stayed on. So measured the resistance across the key, it was 680. We added a 680 resistor to the back of the plug, which was now disconnected to the ignition barrel. Now the security light goes out, so that means the car's ready. It's happy to start, but it's still not starting, and we can hear that the fuel pump is doing nothing because this car's stripped out, and you can see it's had an access panel cut in here. Pontiac didn't put anything there from the factory to access this. You need to drop the tank usually. So there's evidence also that someone's been in here before. We know that the previous owner thought he might have had a fuel pump problem, but then they said, but the security light was on, so they assumed it was that. But somebody's obviously been in here and investigated somewhat before. But one of these welds could be bad. Solders, so we're going to put 12 volts on this and see if we hear anything at the pump. Right, shout out to Diane, this could be the last time she ever sees Alistair.
Right, purple's to the gauge, grey's positive and black's earth, right?
Right.
I don't know why I'm saying right to you, because I'm the one that's fucking looked up. Right, here we go.
Dead pump.
Pump's dead.
Pump is pumped.
That's it. Pump's gone. We ain't got no pump.
Well, there we have it. She won't start because she got no fuel.
Ain't gonna go.
Sucks. Would have been nice to see it running today.
Right, well basically it's a undo 1, 2, 3, 4 twist, lift, new one on, boom, and
Yeah.
that's basically it. The only other thing that's worthwhile checking, I suppose, is when we turn the ignition key on, that cable goes live, I suppose.
So we're just doing a simple little test here. We've got a light bulb, we've got the positive and the negative on the fuel pump. So the positive is this grey wire and the negative is the black, and the purple is the signal back to the fuel gauge. So we're just going to turn the key and check that we've got power to the pump. So that'll eliminate any relay problems or anything. Right. I'll do that. You can do the danger side. Right, ready?
Yep.
Lightage.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the video we hoped for today. Hoped to have it running, but the fuel pump is knackered, so Alistair here's going to need to order a fuel pump. But it was successful in the bypassing of the VATS. VATS was an issue, and you know, now that VATS is gone, we know that the fuel pump's knackered, so Alistair can get on the internet and spend some money on this. I'll show you again while I'm here before we go where we are. So it seems, so I've had 90s cars, 91, 92 Firebirds and Camaros, and this 2-prong 2-wire connector ran along the bottom on my 91 and 92 cars. So you just looked up and under, found the only 2-wire plug that was running from the loom up to the column, and you just disconnect it and put your resistor in the loom side. However, it seems on these 89s here that it runs along the top, so might be a hard job to do if you've got all your dash in. As you can see, this one has everything but a dash in it. Everything has been removed out of this car. It doesn't even have a dashboard at the moment. But yeah, cool car all the same. I think this will eventually turn into a Night Rider replica. So yeah, bit of a different video today. If you've got a VATS issue yourself, if you own any GM car from the 80s to 90s, it's even the same for 4th gen Firebirds and Camaros. They have the same system and they have the same plug, and you can bypass it the same way. Just get that key resistance and mimic it. So, you know, it was 6681 on this or something, so I got a 680 resistor, placed that in the plug, and then it's happy. So that's useful information for you guys. Anybody else on the channel, just hope you enjoyed us messing around with something today. Guess I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Give us a wee subscribe if you don't mind. Cheers. Another one sitting out here, a little Mini Cooper S. Tiny in comparison to the Yank tank next to it. Get a look at this. Premium. It smells like mould. Oh, is that a battery? What is that down there? That's knackered, whatever that is. Check out this knob. Feels like a good knob. Alistair's got a new dash coming for this. Look at the interior is just dialed in. Got some boom booms. Yeah. The size of the wheels, 13 inch.
Oh, actually, no, probably are actually.
The 13s.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. The original minis were 10s.
Yeah. I think I had 13s on my Micra actually.
Cool little wheel. It's a cool little car. I like it.
You know about this dent on this side, yeah?
Yeah, I'm actually wondering if that'll pop.
Probably.
If it's done carefully.
Cool to have these spotlights back on again. Get some big LED ones like the one like on the truck over there.
Yeah, well.
Maybe bigger than the car.
It's a happy wee Mini.
We have the power plant, or is it a V8?
V12.
It's not going to go. Not going to go too well with that.
No, it's not going to go at all because it's not got a starter.
Yeah. Have you seen something rotten in the back? Something oxidising in the back seat? On the floor even? Have you seen it? What is that?
That would be the airbag
Oh,
module.
used to be.
Aye. You see the guy that had the car?
Yeah.
Came over £1,000–1,500 worth of parts. It's got a brand new airbag module, whole wiring harness for the airbag. It's got a stainless steel, no it's not stainless steel, it's got a stainless steel exhaust. There's a brand new catalytic converter for it. It's got an electric
Just sell that. Sell that for the precious metals.
I'll tell you, the gas spent a fortune on it. Brand new floor mats, tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. It looks worse than what it is. It doesn't actually need all that much. It was MOT'd and on the road 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it passed its MOT with no advisories.
Do you know, you would be great on YouTube, by the way, with all the shite you talk.
Basically,
You would. It's so small. It's like a little
it's tiny,
thing.
isn't it?
I know, it's crazy.
You've got a lot of
You
them.
don't. It's not till you can see the front and the
See that?
side wheels together.
See if I took that brick out, this thing just rolls. I mean, it rolls dead easy.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah. Oh, hard to move. Yeah.
Well, put it this way, right? It's not in gear.
Alistair, we've pushed enough of these cars. Come on, don't kid on. These are easy to roll.
You try and shove that many forward. There's no handbrake on it.
Nah, I'll just leave it.